the 28th hour experience with K. Camille, where you know it's real. It's the 28th hour experience with K. Camille, where you know it's real. Current events, different topics with a twist you can't miss. K. Camille, 28th hour experience. Talking about books, different looks. Talking about stories that leave you shook. K. Camille, 28th hour experience.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's the 28th Hour Experience podcast. I am your host, Kay Camille. Welcome. If you are new here, hello, welcome back. What up, though? If you are a 28th Hour Insider, right? So, episode 12 was a little bit heavy because we were talking about grieving during this holiday season. We got into our story times, we got into the advice segments, and people really liked that. But I was like, I don't want to be too heavy this episode. So, episode 13 is finding the joy in all the chaos and finding funny in real life situations. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, Thanksgiving is Thursday, and this is the first Thanksgiving that I have no help with from mom. So I had to go pick up my ham and my turkey. And let me tell you, it was chaotic. It was chaotic. I had to wait outside. I never had to wait outside before in my life. And I'm laughing to myself. I'm like, Ma, you was the good luck charm because every time I brought you here to get your ham, every year we walked in and walked out. So I'm waiting for an hour in line. The people was funny. People about to fight over damn ham. But I met some incredible people in the line. They were really sweet. And it just goes to show you that sometimes when it is chaos, you have to find the funny in real life. So, me and a few other ladies, we were like huddling together, laughing together. When the wind would blow real hard, we were like, face building, face building, face. It was really fun. So, had to find the fun in it. Not that it was fun waiting outside, but it was just like fun that I wasn't in line with people who was mad and complaining. It was just like, oh man, I can't believe we waiting outside for some damn turkey and ham. So we made fun of the situation. So that's what we really want to get into. Also, I know that it's a lot of grieving and stuff going on, but we still have to find joy in the chaos because it's going to be chaos pretty much everywhere we go. Every time we turn on the TV, it's something going on. So that's what episode 13 is going to be about. And I got some more story times and the Hold the Line segment. So let's run along. Let's get into these. Oh, before I start, I want to give you a song of the week. Song of the week, which was reaching out to me, was Moment by Victoria Monet. I really, really, really enjoy her music. She has a very, very beautiful tone and voice to me. Check that song out. It's Moment by Victoria Monet. And it's a very pretty song. I just been vibing to it every morning on my ride, drinking coffee. It's a really pretty song. Y'all let me know how you feel about that. Um I want to start too. I want to do an honorable mention since we talking about music and blend in the fashion because I try to get in some fashion with y'all every week. Can we talk about how good Beyonce looked at the F1 races in Las Vegas this past week? She looked good. That I feel like if they ever made like a museum for the woman body, her body got to go in there. It got to be in the archive because it's like she was always a thick girl. She was from Texas, before Meg the Stallion. We knew Beyonce, and I'm just talking about body wise, like you know, homegrown. We knew that was to be, but just seeing her in the leather and the titties pushed up and the hair big, she living her best life. Like I got 3 kids, I'm wearing it, honey. I look good. My husband's behind me with about to have a heart attack because I'm about to get in this race car. But she looks so good, so healthy, so beautiful. I just love how she's aging beautifully. Like she is one of ours, and she is representing us well. She looks good. That look good. That look good. And then that red and them heels, girl, them heels. She look good. I love the way. She looks good. She looks really healthy and beautiful. let's move on. I just wanted to point that out because I was seeing people say negative shit. It's like, girl, please, you know, she in her 40s. Look at that body giving. That body giving. Motherfuckers is definitely, I want this. If they go, I want this. Can you do this? So before we get into the advice and the story time, I want to get a couple of current events in, take a quick look at what's been going on around the world. And somebody made a good mention. I think I was watching a TikTok video where they was like, it's so much stuff going on that it's stories that are really important that should be like week long worthy news. And it's not going to be like that because every day is something happening. So I'm trying to keep up as much as I can. So let's go along. Now, I want to talk about the Disney deaths, okay? Disney has just announced its sixth death as of November 23rd. But before that, it was November 8th at it's been six deaths total, but 2 weeks ago on the 8th, it was widely reported about a fifth death at the Saratoga Springs Resort. Now on the 23rd, the Disney Wonder was selling from Melbourne, Australia to New Zealand, and a 73-year-old man committed and a 73-year-old man jumped overboard at 4:30. Now, they still haven't came out with what happened with the man on the 8th, but the fact that this is six deaths wrapped around Disney is very peculiar. And I wanted to bring it up previous weeks, but I'm glad I waited because I wanted to get more information, but I haven't seen anything about the November 8th. And I'm just like, what's going on in Disney? And you have a lot of conspiracy videos on YouTube where they talk about how if someone in at Disney, they try to cover it up the best way they can. But I figure like with all this social media and everything, like it's a lot of things that are really unavoidable. So rest in peace to those people, and that's very tragic. And another thing, kind of it's an irony thing because Disney is supposed to be the happiest place in the world. So I don't know if people are going there to do that for that to be their last resting place. I don't know what is in people's minds, but it's just very peculiar. If I hear anything else, we'll report on it. But I just wanted to bring that up like that. Now, I know y'all seen about the Campbell CEO being recorded talking about how their products are for poor people. He would never let his family, his kids eat the bio engineered meat. And the man who did the whistleblowing, he was an employee. He recorded the CEO saying this, said he was fired. He didn't even do anything. He was fired. So of course he's filing a lawsuit, and all of this is out. So I am expecting Campbell's stock to go down tremendously because what do you mean bioengineered meat? You wouldn't even let your family eat it, and it's for poor people. Just so many shots thrown, and that's why we have to do the research on who's making our food, who's manufacturing it, like the owners and all of that. Because what do you mean? Let's do a little recap on the Chicago mom who was jumped by other little children at the elementary. So I'm glad I waited on this too because there was so many different stories coming out. Now, what I did see was that she did go to the school. She did have a meeting with the school or whatever. But then it was other reports coming out that, Chicago showed up. She got a new house. Kids moved to a new school district. Um, they were saying she was pregnant. They were saying she had sickle cell. I don't know what all to be true. I think the sickle cell part is true. She just came out with a video debunking all of that. They were making fake GoFundMe's. And it's like, why can't nothing ever get done the right way? You know what I'm saying? Like everybody gotta always do a scam or something. That lady got beat up and her son beat up by children. Her son, she's saying, is waking up in the middle of the night crying because he's traumatized. Your mom just went through that with you. We don't know what happened at the school previous to that. Then on top of that, over the weekend, you had the parents coming out with these half-ass apologies, having some of the kids coming out. It was just really, this case was really, really just it didn't need to happen like that. It really didn't need to happen like that. She does have a GoFundMe. Um, I'm not sure which one is true or not. If I do find the correct GoFundMe, I will list it below. But because all of this was fake and stuff, I don't want it to potentially be a fake GoFundMe attached to my platform. So I'm just putting the awareness out there. If you can find out, just type in TikTok, the Chicago thing, or Facebook, I'm pretty sure her page will pop up and they'll talk about the GoFundMe and you go at it with the knowledge that I just gave you. Now, I want to talk about the Epstein thing. We talked about it a little bit last week. Last week I was like, I don't know. I think it'll be years before it come out, because it's something to hide. Now, the votes that were needed to vote to release the Epstein files happened. So Donald Trump, with his gaslighting self, like he always do, he was when you started, this is what's so funny. When he was doing his campaign, it was about, I'm going to release the Epstein files, blase split. When you got in the office, then you wanted to gaslight everybody and talk about, everybody want to still talk about the Epstein files. What about the Epstein? It's nothing in the Epstein files. Then you had the I think the House Speaker, whoever that lady was, and she got on the press conference talking about, we have the Epstein files, blase split. Then once he started denouncing them, I just said that in error. What we all know and we can all agree with as Americans is it's something, it's filed somewhere, right? What we also can agree on is that someone's lying about something, right? What we don't know is who's all on these lists, who all were involved, and what extent. I think that's the information that the Americans want to know. Donald Trump is pissed because the right side voted because they like, where are they at? And he's pissed. So now what he calls himself doing is I don't have a problem with signing the order. Now, what makes it different about him signing this order than all the other orders? He takes pictures with his little Sharpie when he's doing it. He didn't do it for this one. Coincidence? I don't think so. And I just feel like with my notes, I just put, he's a walking contradiction. He figured if I say I don't have a problem with signing it, that it was going to make it go like, okay, well, he must not have nothing to hide. Some of that disparaging information in those emails leaks really pushed the trigger on, okay, let's just settle it now. The Americans are tired of hearing about the Epstein files when they have to figure out how to pay bills and eat and feed their children. So at this point, I feel like the Americans is like, let us know what the hell is going on so we know who to deal with and who not to deal with. But again, like I said last week, there's going to be one of those situations where it's a can of worms that never stop. The worms never stop coming out. So we'll keep our ear to what's going on with that, but it is not looking good for Donald Trump. He seems to be shaking in his boots. I wanted to end the current events with the woman who was basically escorted out the hospital while she was in active labor. Her name is Mercedes Will. She was there with her husband. They were at a 9-month term. He was on a business trip. He brought her along because he knew she would be having a baby any day now. This is her 4th child. So Mercedes is a seasoned mother. So of course, once she started feeling her contractions and whatever, she knew, they went to the nearest hospital. When they got to the hospital, Mercedes had to go to the bathroom, and that's when her water broke. The nurse and stuff, they're combating with her about her being in active labor. The reason I brought up this is her 4th labor, because she know, a woman know, and I know, because again, it's different. Your water doesn't always break. My water broke naturally only out of all 3 of my pregnancies. My water only broke one time on its own. So it is different, but you do know when it's time. Like, it's a feeling because you've done it before. Your body kind of already gets in position because it's already did it. And they combating with her. So I guess a back and forth happened. Her husband's there. They say they have to leave. They not even 8 minutes up the road, and she has the desire to push. Again, she knows what's going on with her body. Her body is feeling it. It's like something in us that is giving that desire, that's letting us know it's time. I don't know what it is. It's from the heavens above that God gave us that instinct that we know when to push. We know when our baby is coming, whether the water is breaking or not. And I just feel like this is really, really, really well. The hospital was Sessions Health Crown Point. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. But the CEO, Raymond Grady, came out and acknowledged that Mercedes was discharged just moments before she gave birth. And Grady, the CEO, said that the doctor and the nurse lost their job. I do believe that Mercedes and her family are suing. Look at her pretty family. Beautiful. Like, and just to treat people like that, anything could have happened to her. And glory be to God that she was able to have her husband there, and he helped deliver their beautiful daughter. Their daughter's name is Alina Wells. She's so beautiful. When they got to the next hospital, what Grady said that the doctor and nurse lost their job, and the hospital publicly apologized, and Grady promised policy changes and cultural stuff like that. But mind y'all, they was in Illinois. So they got escorted out by security in 30-degree weather. She's in active labor. The husband was saying how it took a minute, the type of truck he was driving, it took a minute to warm up. So they are really struggling. They are in this car. They're delivering the baby. He don't have no gloves. He don't, they just got kicked out. When they get to the new hospital, they stay for 2 days. But Alina Wells is home. Everyone is safe. It's just disparaging that she got treated that way. And I'm glad that that doctor was fired and that nurse was fired. But the thing is, unless their license got revoked or anything, they can go to any other hospital, but that will be on their record, I'm sure. I don't know how it works. Y'all let me know how that works. It should be on their record that they did some shit like that, but I digress. Um, you know, but again, I'm glad that she was able to have a healthy baby girl. Her husband was by her side, and I want them to get justice. So, uh, go get a lawsuit. They are, I believe, they are, going through litigations as they should. Before we get into hold the line and story times, I want to do my shout out of the hour. Shout out of the hour goes to Christina Jones. Y'all remember her? She was my first guest here at the 28th Hour Experience. She is a 28th Hour insider. She is releasing the ebook that we talked about. So she's having an event for her ebook release on January 18th, 2026. And it's just tips. It's the Novice Nurse Pocket Manual, tips and tricks to get through your shift efficiently as a new nurse. So if you are a nurse or if you are planning to be a nurse, please come to this event. I have the link below in the description bar. It's going to be a beautiful event. Again, it is January 18th, 2026. Once you click the link, it'll give you all the advice you need, all the information you need. But once you get to the event and get the book, you'll get all the advice you need. And Christina is so sweet and so knowledgeable about everything everything with nursing. She is definitely somebody that you would want to talk to and have under their wing to help, especially if you're trying to do the medical field. So check her out. We love you over here, Christina, and we will be looking forward to your ebook release. I will be there with bells on. Let's move on. Let's go to story time, guys. So, I told you I was keeping it cute, quick, and light for Thanksgiving. So hopefully y'all watching this and filling y'all bellies and got a couple of things going. But let's go to our story time. Lord. So the first story came from Jason. The grocery store Olympics. So picture this. It's a quick grocery store run. You only need three things: milk, cereal, and bread. Somehow it turns into a full blown marathon. You got a toddler who insists on helping, a cart that refuses to roll straight, and a self checkout that keeps saying unexpected item in the bagging area. By the end, you've forgotten half your list, but gained a new level of patience and a story that'll make you laugh every time. The grocery store, you know what? And this is why I don't go to the grocery store with my kids. I really don't. If I don't have to. The last time I went to Walmart with my kids. Oh my God. My 2-year old opened every box in the basket. I literally had to put him in the basket with his godmom because I'm like, he opening all my basket, all this stuff. And then what if I want to put it back? I changed my mind. I know I can't have a 2-year old in the basket when I'm putting stuff in the basket. I learned that day. So yes, shout out to you, Jason. But you do gotta laugh because the kids are hilarious. I feel like that's the gift that they give us. Like no matter how hard life is or what's going on, they're gonna do something that's gonna make you laugh. So let's go to the next story. The day everything went wrong but ended up right. This is from the day everything went wrong but ended up right. This is from Tony. This is from Alexandria. The day everything went wrong but ended up right. It was one of those mornings: spilled coffee, traffic jam, late for everything. You're thinking, if one more thing goes wrong, I'm going back to bed. Guilty. Then something small but beautiful happens. Maybe a stranger holds the door and says, "You're doing great, Mom." Or your kid randomly says, "I love you." That tiny moment shifts the whole day. And I completely agree. And I just said it with the last story. Like, and they make posts about it on Instagram. Like, you could be having the worst day of your life and your kid doing some dumb shit, like dancing or singing or doing something crazy in front of you. Listen, you have to laugh. Because like I said last week, we can grieve and you can get in that, and you could feel your type of way and be sad. But the goal is to not stay in it, right? Ride the wave, clean it up, and then move on about your day. You have to find a joy in chaos, because if you don't, you literally will go crazy. And we don't want to go crazy. We don't want to go crazy. So you have to remind yourself sometimes, like, I'm doing fine and everything is okay. Because sometimes, and I've heard interesting stories, like when your day is just like things are slowing you down or things aren't going right, that's the spirit keeping you from stuff. Like I've heard a lot of stories where people was running late, but if they were going on time, they would have got in that car accident, or they would have got in a situation, they rolled past a situation that could have been them. And I do feel like that spirit, like, slow down, let's avoid some of the stuff that you could be rushing into. So sometimes when you do feel like everything is going wrong or something, sit with yourself, take that time to evaluate really what's going on around you, because it could be your discernment, it could be your spirit guides telling you to slow down a bit. So pay attention to everything going on around you. Let's get to this last story. This is from James. This story is called, he said, "The Universe Has Jokes." So one day you're running late, everything's going wrong. You grab your keys, rush out. Halfway to your destination, you realize you left your phone at home. You sigh, turn around, frustrated because now you're really behind. But when you finally head back out again, you hit a red light, and who pulls up next to you but an old friend you haven't seen in years? You both roll down your windows, start laughing, and it's like no time passed at all. Later, you realize if you hadn't forgotten your phone, you never would have ran into them. And then I just say that, like, I feel, and I was saying it on some spooky, avoid trouble. But on the flip side, like that, it could literally be something as genuine as that, like seeing a friend that you would. And I have had experiences where I'm like, I would have never met this person, or I never would have seen this person, or I never would have got that done if I would have stayed with my regular schedule, or I would have did what I normally would have done. So I am a firm believer in following what the universe is doing. If the universe is forcing you left, go left. Because the moment you try to go right, you're going to disrupt whatever is really trying to happen in your destiny, right? So I like that. I really like that. Delays are divine timing sometimes, you know, and it's one of those things where you look back on and you can reflect. And I love a good reflection. Now that we got in those good lighthearted story times, I had to redeem myself because I know last week was a bit dark. Let's get to our Hold the Line advice segment. Um, so I have my first question. This is from Brittany. She spells it Brittnei. Brittany. Brittany. I feel like I gotta say it like that. Brittany. How do you keep from losing your cool when life feels like one long to-do list that never ends? Acknowledging that life is one long to-do list that never ends and making it a positive thing. Because I'm goal driven. Once I get to the top of this mountain, I gotta go and see what's on the next mountain. I gotta keep going. That's how you keep living. That's what gives you the will to live. If you notice, when people get older, they always want to stay busy. They always want to be around their grandkids because they want to stay busy. That is what is the force of living. When you are being still, idle mind is the devil's playground. That's what I was told. When you being still, ain't nothing happening. But when you moving like these stories, the last story, you're running into friends, you're having these communications in the midst of your to-do list. Beautiful things are happening. So just acknowledge that, yeah, life is a to-do list, but I'm going to have fun with my to-do list. That's how you should approach that, Brittany. Next question is from Courtney. What are some ways to laugh more and stress less when everything feels out of control? I like to people watch. You got to find little stuff you can do while you in the midst of doing your stuff. So if you stressed out and you just sat in your car, sit there for a minute and just watch the people and just think what their name is, what they look like. I wonder what their name is. Like, it don't even be talking about people. You just literally, I wonder where they going, or I. It's different. When you just watch the world, take a minute to people. It's very entertaining. Those are one of the things that I use to laugh and stress less. Um, Acknowledging that I'm not in control of everything. The serenity prayer, but acknowledging really that I'm not in control of everything. And if I can't do it, I can't do it. I can't do it. I ain't got it. I can't do it. I ain't got it. Being okay with that. You have to be careful, comfortable with no, I can't do it. I don't have it. I don't want to. And I don't want to. I don't feel like it. Those are okay too. Especially when you're grieving. I don't feel like that shit. It's okay. And I'm still learning too. And that's why I love this platform, because it allows me to see that I'm not crazy. I'm not the only one going through these things. And we're going to get through this together. Because again, the 28th hour experience is what? A safe space to get through the chaos that happens around us every day. That was my whole mission statement when I, started this podcast. So I hope that helped you out. Find little things to do in the midst of your day to laugh at. Go watch funny videos. Purposely do things that you know are going to make you laugh. Don't stay mad. And if you're in a relationship, don't go to bed mad. I crack jokes. I do something that I know my husband's gonna laugh at, because you ain't about to be mad at me because I need to be healed tonight. Okay? So you have to force it. You gotta be your cheerleader sometimes. You gotta be your don't be a stick in the mud. You gotta do your own pep talk sometimes, because it ain't gonna always be somebody there. Be an adult and acknowledge that, hey, I don't know everything going on, but this ain't about to ruin my whole damn day. And claim that. Now let's go to our last question. Stephanie asks, How can I stay grateful even when things don't go as planned? Like when the chaos wins the day. So what I do, I have a notebook, and I call it my intentional notebook. Things that I want to manifest, things that I'm grateful for, things that I'm thinking about, list of pros and cons of different things. It's just my intentional book. Things that I'm very intentional on that I want to pay attention to. It's my intentional notebook. Y'all can steal the idea. I don't care. Intentional notebook. Write down at the end of that day, force yourself to write down 5 things you're grateful for, 10 things you're grateful for, or walk around your house and look at things you're grateful for, or feel your skin and how it's warm and you not cold and your heat is on and it didn't get cut off. Be grateful for that. Or how you can see and you not blind, or how you can talk and you, or how you can hear. You can literally go look in the mirror and find what to be grateful for, or how you got feet, or how you got legs, or how you got hands, or how you got a brain, how you don't need nobody to take care of you. It's some people out here who need another person to wake up so that they can go on about their day. I'm not talking about a kid. I'm talking about somebody who's disabled, who can't do for themselves. So it's very easy to find things to be grateful for. My prayer that I say is, I say, thank you, Lord, for the things that I have, even the things that I don't, because it makes me the person that I am today. Amen. And when I don't know what to pray for, I say, Lord, cover it all. Just cover it all. I've been doing that a lot. Lord, cover it all, because it be so much. But please understand, you have something to be grateful for. Oh, I go down when I be feeling like, oh, and I feel like I'm complaining too much. I be like, oh, I'm sorry, Lord. Let me check myself. If I wreck myself, start with you. Be grateful that you got your mind. There's some people out here who don't even have their mind. They got to be on medication to think straight, not be in a fog. Find things to be grateful for. You can start with yourself. And I don't know what you got going on, but you type this, so I'm figuring you can use your hands and use your eyes and you can hear and you tune in. There you go. You're welcome. And that's to wrap up, hold the line beautifully, and to be grateful. Thanksgiving, be thankful. Don't be thankful for the material things. Be thankful for things that you use every day. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that I still have an imagination at 32 years old. I find all kind of things to be grateful for, because it's a lot of people who don't have what you have. So take that prayer. Thank you, God, for the things that I have and the things that I don't, because it makes me who I am today. Amen. There you go. I love y'all. And that is the end of episode 13. Okay? Where we find joy in the chaos of our everyday lives. And when you find yourself complaining too much, you find yourself feeling weary, force yourself into finding things that you're grateful for, that you hear, you alive, that you got an opportunity to make it right. It's some people who are on the other side that wish that they could do things right, wish they didn't do things the way they did before they were taken from this earth. So because you woke up today and you have that opportunity to take your best step forward, be grateful for that. Be thankful for that. I want y'all to have a happy Thanksgiving, a happy holiday. I love y'all, and I will see y'all next week with episode 14. And I'm looking forward to the new year. I'm looking forward to a lot of things. I'm excited to announce I have 81 subscribers too. I told y'all my goal is 100. I'm at 81. Before the new year, I hope to have 100. And I appreciate y'all for helping me with my goal. Please comment a turkey. If you made it all the way through, comment a turkey. I hope y'all enjoy y'all meals. Please be safe. Be smart out here. Keep your head on the swivel. Until next time. Bye, y'all. Please like, comment, share. My Instagram is the 28th Hour Experience. Follow me. On TikTok, it's KCamille 28. Follow me. All my handles will be in the description bar. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. Share this to somebody you know who will enjoy this, who needs to hear this, who will enjoy story times and advice segments. Share it, like, comment. It helps me. Now, bye.
Stories that leave you shook. K Camille, 28th Hour Experience.